Hey everybody, just wanted to do a quick update video on what's happening with the Astro Boy film. So right now it's taking a little bit longer than expected for making all my models. As you can see right now on the screen, I'm currently working on the overall city, kind of downtown core area where the movie's going to take place. So basically most of it's going to take place outside. Like lots of like chase scenes, fight scenes, a lot of destruction is planned for what's going to happen in my little film. So basically it's taking forever because Astro Boy himself, I need to basically just keep remodeling him over and over again. I think I've remodeled him at least 10 times. Astro himself, he's going to get remodeled probably at least once or twice again. Just so that way he can animate a little bit better, move better without getting all distorted. Basically, I need his face to animate a little bit more, with like a little bit more expression and whatnot. So on the screen you can see that I'm working on like a road system to go in between the buildings, just to kind of, break things up. I'm gonna have like cars, like motorcycles and stuff like that, kind of like floating around in the background. Just that way, like Astro and Atlas, the main bad guy in the film, so like that way it's not just gonna be them on the screen, they're gonna be like other things going on too, which could also result in some crashes and more destruction, people getting in harm's way. I don't want to talk about the actual story itself, or to get into like any real specifics with the story. Is definitely gonna be something that Hollywood would never do with Astro Boy, just because they couldn't do what I'm gonna do with the film. So that could be a really good thing, or it could be a really bad thing, depending on what you want to see. But basically it's not going to be your typical kind of happy-go-lucky kind of Astro Boy cartoon or movie where, like everything's all peachy and like fun. I mean, it's still gonna be fun, but it's not gonna be like lighthearted. So it's more of a darker kind of take on the whole thing, and also too, because I'm going based more on like the 1980s version of the cartoon. Like with the original story, it's gonna be, it's just gonna have like more tragedy behind it. So it'd be interesting to see what people think. Also too, there's not going to be too much dialogue in the film, just because if I have more dialogue, it means I need to hire voice actors, and that's going to cost money, and since I'm not making any money off this film, or at least no one's donating to the film yet, basically I'm going to be doing everything myself, so I can't buy or really pay for anything that's like too over the top. So the film's going to be mostly silent, and it's a chase scene action type movie anyway, so there's no real dialogues needed for something like that. So, and plus too, if you throw in dialogue during an action scene, it really slows the pace down, which I don't want. I want it to go really quick and be, just like quick, fun, crazy. Hopefully a couple of explosions, or more than a couple of explosions. So that's kind of my overall plan. Also too, I guess I need to touch base on why it's been taking so long. So I guess I started this a couple of years ago, just kind of for fun. I didn't really know where it was going. And then when I really started sitting down to really bog down on the details and get the film blasted out, I ran into some personal health problems, which kind of prevented me from doing any work. Basically, I guess in short, first I broke one arm, then like a year or two later, I broke my other arm. And if you've ever broken a shoulder, you'll know that you basically can't move, and it's very painful. So I've kind of been going through that, and there's also some other things too, which have really slowed things down. But now, hopefully, I'll be able to actually like start to blast things out a little bit faster. But like with all films though, it's like pre-production, which is where I'm at right now, takes forever. And then especially too like 3D animation, where you're having to like either create every single model, and or like download some free models, or buy some like really inexpensive models for like all the buildings and like highways and just basically everything you see on the film. That takes a lot of time. And then 2, I also have most of the story blocked out as well, which still needs to be refined, but I'm not really worrying about that for right now. But yeah, then so basically right now I'm working on, like I said, like the exterior shots, or like the exterior buildings, and then I'll have to do some like interior the interior of a couple of the locations where the film's going to take place. And then after that is done, I then need to remodel Astro. And possibly remodel Atlas, I think. I think Atlas might be okay for how his body is designed, but you basically don't know until you actually start animating that you realize that you forgot to do something. And then that results in going back and remodeling things or adding new models and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'll try to do more updates in the near future just to keep everyone kind of, like in the loop of what's going on. If you have any questions or comments or anything that you want to see in an Astro Boy film, let me know, and I'll see if I can make that happen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.